make sure your grease is hot before you really throw a fish patty in there. So I kind of just put a drop or so of the egg batter to test it. Sizzles and does those nice little bubbles, and you know it's ready to go. And then you start. You just put your fish patties, or you dip them in, or you, if you want, you just kind of barely dip the end corner in, and then smooth it out over with your hands and slowly put them in the grease.
Go see if this dog will go home. Come on, Ozzy. Think he will?
You know he's not going to.
Are you done with the eggs now?
Yes, there's I think 2 in there to use.
When we ready the S with the marker?
Yeah. Put the oven on, the stove up a little bit more.
Yours?
Yeah.
How high?
What is it on?
It was a 3.
6. 5 or 6.
Alright, I'll bring you guys closer. Let me see where I can set you guys up at. Let's see where I can set you all up at. Because like I said, I don't know if I need a charger. Let me go take you guys to go check them out, okay? Because like I said, I might need a charger.
And just kind of give them a nice little bath and dunk them in. Let them cook. And since it's tuna, you just really want to get a nice golden color on the crust of the batter. It's kind of like tempura, a tempura type batter, but without using like the flour, the rice flour. It's good to have a little spidery thing.
Sorry guys, I'm trying to get the plug in. Cool. Okay.
Please.
No?
My tea. Can you get my tea?
Go inside, come on.
Go on, inside.
Inside. Sit it right here. Sit it right here.
See, they're still real light. My grease wasn't quite so hot. So I'm gonna go ahead and flip them and then kind of seal that batter in, and this one's gonna be difficult. I was gonna flip. This reminds me of when I was a kid and we'd go to the state fair, you know, and you go and you have the little fishing game and you throw your little rod in there and they hook a little prize to it and you pull it out. It kind of reminds me of that.
Think so?
I do. Oh, you're a little guard dog, the neighbor dog.
Oh, we got some type on too.
Sorry, we have fresh oven bread. in a while. Because I have to do that one, I have to do the crust first and then.
You put it in the fridge, okay?
Okay. Kind of have to keep turning these ones because these ones, like I said, my grease wasn't really quite too hot yet. And it cooled down pretty quick with the eggs. I forgot to take my eggs out. You want to use room temperature eggs when you're doing this so you don't have your grease do this and it cools it down really fast. So you always try to take your eggs out ahead of time to where they're room temperature. And they fluff up better like that, to me, I think. That's our oven bread, fresh oven bread. That people are begging us to make, but not right now. And you know, when you're doing this, you're just basically just cooking the egg. You know, like I said, tuna really doesn't need to be cooked, so. And you can also use this with salmon. Salmon patties are really good. And the same thing, you just kind of get the canned salmon, unless you can use fresh salmon and get it, you know, kind of pureed or something that you can, you know, make patties out of. And there we are. Just take them out when they should be a little bit more golden than this, but this is first batch. And make sure all the grease comes out of them. You want to make sure you let them rest on some nice thick paper towels. Get all that extra grease out. And we're not using like vegetable oil here. We're using canola oil because that's what we had on hand. Peanut oil is really good to use. Something that doesn't smoke so easily, has a high, you know, burn, I guess, limit. You know, and then you want to take your little spider and kind of scoop out any of the bits and pieces that still might be left in there. You want to keep your grease kind of clean. And then we start the whole process again. Dipping. It's kind of giving it like a little.
Get the sauna in here.
Get the little sponge bath going. There we go. That's the kind of sizzle you want.
That sounded perfect.
I hear someone going over there, so I'm guessing she's got the end of the bread or the little pieces. Can't wait, like little kids. Usually, I'm usually done with this by like 5, 6 o'clock, and that's the time we're eating, but we ran into some technical difficulties today, so.
A lot of them.
Yeah.
Are you gonna toast it or no?
No.
Can't wait to eat some breakfast. Already.
Okay, I need the other tray of fish when you get a chance.
You ready to start it?
Not yet, I have other ones in there.
next round. I never tried them.
Check on my chili here. Did it boil?
Yeah, boil hard.
This is some very good red chili. You want to use, you know, dip your tortas in here and off you go.
Sorry. Miss Sally, that sopa, that sopa special.
That sopa's lent special is huevos con tortas, beans, spinach. Usually we have spinach with this meal. And with onions, fried onions and spinach, but you know, everybody to his own taste. And some people like collard greens, you know.
I want to try those greens. Those, what are they?
She's dying to try asparagus.
Yes.
Probably like buttered asparagus.
Because I watched Ray Love and she, man, or even Mo and them when they eat it, it just looks so good.
Yes, I'm gonna have to take some lessons from Ray Love and Mo.
I want to try that. They're like, I don't know, because have you gone to my restaurant before when we went to go get one? No? Because I never seen asparagus the way it's like that, man.
And one thing is you really don't want to overcrowd your pan because then, you know, they stick to each other, the breading falls off, it's just not fun to turn them. You don't want to splash grease anywhere. I got burned pretty good earlier. You know, you want to make sure you're safe, especially if you got, like with us, you got little pets around and kiddos, and you know, you don't want them near the stove or anything. And what we like to do is put down like a old cardboard box on the floor just in case grease spills, you know, a little bit or splatters, because you don't want your tennis shoes slipping and then you go down, and yes, that's just an accident waiting to happen.
Heck no.
And this is my first vlog, everybody.
I know, Max is good at it too. And you guys, all you gotta try the crispy things.
As you can tell, they're hot.
All these all crushed out.
Is he? And with me, I don't like I don't waste anything. So like even with our pie dough today, I made some little crunchies. I call them crunchies, but it's just pie dough, you know, and you put butter and roll it up kind of like little cinnamon rolls and put them in the oven, and they make a nice little snack every now and then. You can just kind of grab one and go on, do whatever you're going to do, and the best part, because it's the crust of the pie, so everybody loves the crust of our pies. You know, when they start crowding like that, you know, just give them a little push, kind of keep them moving around. That way the heat kind of continuously stays warm. And you can turn as you see fit, you know, whatever you feel like it needs to happen, you know, make them with love. That's the whole ingredients, love. My mom and grandma always used to tell me, you never cook when you're upset or mad. If you aren't in the mood to do it, don't. It's not going to come out. It's going to, you know, not come out the way you want it. It's going to make you more frustrated. So you always cook with a good heart. puppies their bath.
Oh, the video kept going.
Watch out. When you get down to this part, where it's kind of real watery with the egg, you want to really be careful how you put them in. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just that, you know, it's going to splatter a little bit more. You want to watch your fingers. Make sure you're wearing shoes. Shirts. Always put it away from you, you know, lay it down away from you. Don't ever lay it down towards you. And if you have a lot of these that you're going to make, you know, you want to probably do them in batches, like do half and then remake the batter so it doesn't get too thin on you, and do the other half of them. It just all depends on how many you're making. We have 25. So I'm kind of cutting it really close to, you know, where I was going to have to make any batter. I think I might be able to get away with it, but if I don't, then I'll just make a quick little batter to finish it off. Because with this, when it gets thin, you know, the more it comes off like this with more little crunchies. Of course, you know, people don't mind because they like munching on little crunchies. You don't want to make your dad a plate? Or yeah, with the ones that we have, so Avoid does it's not gonna get too late for him. I don't know if you want to make him a plate or if you want to just put them together and put stuff together and take it. Oh, the beans. I need to put the beans in something. Yeah, I'm going to put them in a pot. Yeah, she leaves me with the vlog. And then she decides to go paint. Where does that work out? Okay, everybody.
What it do, guys? That's good right there.
There's a lot.
Oh, you'll probably eat them. You think this will be good for that chili or no?
No, it's hot. We're going to burn it. Melt it. Oh, I need it. Just get one of the little pots.
Use them there?
No, the ones that are probably down there.
Okay. Oh, shoot. Can I do it like this?
Mm-hmm. No. That's not cooked on.
No, I said this one.
Oh.
That good, huh?
Mm-hmm. I put like 8 cups of beans in. Well, no, 6 cups of beans in today. I should have done more chili, but.
Woo!
I'm gonna put the little tortas in a bag for him so they can put them in when you're eating them. Because if you put them in now, they're gonna just get like all mushy and fall apart, and you don't want it like that. Nice big pot of beans. Not if you go slow.
I'll just walk them over now.
Huh?
Just walk them over.
Yeah, right. Ow! See, that's what I mean about it being this far down and grease tends to kind of splatter about now. Mm-hmm. I told you. Unless you want to take him later, but I know you're probably not going to want to. You're going to eat and want to go good night. Okay, this is going to be our last batch here that we're going to do. Last 7. squeeze this last little one in there.